One of my favorite segments is Thursday time for a take on the news from the left, right, and middle. Once again, the left is award-winning journalist Karen Hunter, and from the right is Washington attorney Horace Cooper. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Julie.
Good evening.
You know, I'm sure you all saw the Bill Maher, Stephen Harris, Ben Affleck fight, on this whole issue of Islamophobia. I'm just going to wonder, though, and Horace, I just want to start with you on this first. Do you think that perhaps we've gone too far in this country in demonizing the religion itself and just blanketing everybody under one umbrella?
I'm not sure what it would be the example of that. I know that people don't like being criticized. I don't like being criticized. Karen doesn't like being criticized. But I don't call it Karenophobia if I come up with a few criticisms in a year.
Horace, hold on. There's a difference between criticizing someone and their views and blanketing a whole entire religion.
That's what I said.
As terrorists.
I haven't seen it.
There's a difference.
I haven't seen it.
No, well, we are, in this country of ours, terrorism and Islam faith are synonymous. And
no,
it's unfortunate. And Bill Maher...
Absolutely not. The president doesn't say that. The prior president doesn't say that.
Not the president. We're talking specifically about Bill Maher and a lot of
Congress
people
hasn't said
in
that.
media.
The media doesn't say that. Name me Fox. I watch Fox News a lot, almost as much as this network, and I don't see them saying, if you are a person who practices the Muslim faith, you are bad, you are evil, or somehow your whole faith ought to...
Horace, you know better. You know better. You know how to play with language, and if you don't see it, then you need to get LASIK surgery. Because at the end of the day, what is happening is a very subtle thing. It's the same thing they've done with African Americans. It's how you categorize people. It's how you shape them in the media.
And by the way, I'm the first to call out all the people that make up these bogus anti-black arguments and claims. So if you want to tell me that there's, quote, Islamophobia, I want to see the actual actions. I want to see the state legislature that adopted the you can't be a Muslim in our community.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
It's not de jure. It's de facto. It's not de jure.
First of all, let me just say this. No one's more of an expert on Fox News than I am. I used to work there for many years.
God bless you.
But I want to say one thing also. I mean, I'm kind of posing this, Horace, towards you, not to put you on the spot. Right after 9/11, we had a mosque that was set to be constructed just within eyesight of the World Trade Center, Crown Zero. That grew national attention, a lot of storm there. People didn't want it built there. Don't you think that's kind of phobia against people there who are of a different faith, who say they had nothing to do with terrorism, extremism?
Okay, it's one thing to say at the place where 3,000 people's lives were targeted and killed, we don't want a monument erected that honors the faith of the people who did the killing. That's not the same thing as saying we don't like people who are Muslims.
So Timothy McVeigh, who happened to be a Christian. Wait, hold on, Horace. Timothy McVeigh, who happened to be a Christian.
And when I see criticisms of people like Pat Robertson, I don't say it's Christianophobia. I say they're making criticisms that they believe are warranted in that particular case.
But Julian's point is, to erect a mosque is not synonymous with honoring the terrorists that killed 3,000 people in America on 9/11. It's building a mosque. It's celebrating a faith, period.
It was insensitive to choose that location.
Why, though?
And of course it was insensitive to choose that location.
Why was it insensitive, Horace?
Because every single person involved in the deaths of 9/11 claimed that particular faith as their motivation. You wouldn't do that way, and if you wanted to do one, you would start with a lengthy dialogue with the community about it, and you would understand
Once again, you're
holding
the entire faith accountable for the actions of people who claim to be of a faith. You can claim to be anything you want to be. The reality is the tenets of Islam do not support what happened on 9/11, and to make those two synonymous is part of the phobia that we're talking about.
Okay, look, I just want to interject one thing in here before we move on to another topic, Horace, here.
I just want to make this point. The same way the Catholic Church is labeled because of the misdeeds of a few errant priests. a lot of progressives want to say that the Catholic Church wants to destroy the rights of lives of women.
We're not banning the church from children's zones throughout the country. We're not saying you can't have a Catholic church next to a grammar school because of what the church is symbolized as doing.
All right, you know something, we're not going to get to our second topic here because we don't have all the time. Horace, hold on, time out. I'm running this show right here. I've got to ask you a question, though, Horace. I hate to beat up on you because you know how much I respect you. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to Islamophobia...
Stop respecting me and love me a little.
He's like, don't respect.
We'll talk about that off the show. Now, here's the bottom line,
That's too much
Horace.
information.
No, we're not talking about that
Okay.
either. Let's not go there now, Karen. You know, I'm on your side on this one, okay? Now, hate crimes against Muslims have increased. There are even people who are not Muslims. There's Sikhs. I remember Sikhs being attacked, all sorts of people having a lot of difficulty here. There was even one politician who came out and says, look, we just need to deal with banning Muslims altogether here. You can't tell me that there's no Islamophobia in this country.
Okay, Islamophobia is not on the rise, and Islamophobia is not a super big problem. It is something that we can manage, and it is a phenomenon that occurs episodically.
I have a suggestion.
Now, Huffington Post, to answer your question, Julian, Huffington Post runs regularly attacks asking to have the Catholic Church's tax-exempt status taken from them.
I have a suggestion, Horace. For the next 30 days, convert to Islam, put on the garb, and come back and report to us how you've been treated.
Okay.
I can't convert to Islam because I'm a Christian and I believe in Jesus Christ.
And that might not be such a bad thing, but we're going to have to end it right there. Horace, Karen, take off the gloves.
Thank you, Julian.
Okay, kumbaya moment right now.
All right.
Y'all going to kiss each other?
No.
No, okay.
That's not happening.
And I'm not kissing Horace either. And you're watching Arise America.